What is up, my friends? It's Ray back here, and for many months, maybe years, I have been clamoring for a desktop computer, something to give me a home base in a way for the work that I do and the content that I create. I have been tempted by the idea of having a Mac Mini or a Mac Studio for a long time, and then this happened. Apple revealed the M4 Mac Mini, and honestly, I could not resist. The size, the performance, the amount of ports, everything just seemed perfect. I've been working on building out a new home office with a completely new setup, so this literally came at the perfect time. The model of the Mac Mini that I have here is the M4 Pro model with 48 gigs of unified memory and 1 terabyte of storage. It is an absolute powerhouse, and it's everything that I've always wanted in a desktop computer: a small design, a plethora of ports, and lots of power. Now I can finally have the home base that I've always wanted and still dock my MacBook Pro to my studio display, or I can use it side by side with the Mac Mini via universal control thanks to my new setup design. More on that in a future video. If it wasn't obvious already, the M4 Pro Mac Mini is small. It's very small. You can easily fit it in little nooks and make it a part of your setup. It's not quite as small as the Apple TV 4K, but it is significantly smaller than the previous Mac Mini. Here's a side-by-side comparison of all three so you can see the difference. The thing that I like the most about this new design is that it gives you easy access to ports, lots of ports. There are 2 USB-C ports along with a headphone jack on the front, and on the M4 Pro model there are 3 Thunderbolt 5 ports, an HDMI port, a gigabit Ethernet port, and a port for the power adapter around back. Underneath it is a fan and a hidden power button. Since the new Mini is so small and light, the power button is still easy enough to access if you ever need it. This new Mac Mini, especially the M4 Pro model, is pretty much a mini Mac Studio, which is precisely what I've been holding out for. As far as performance goes, as you'd expect, the M4 Pro chip is wicked fast. I tested this Mac Mini with all kinds of workloads already. I exported a lot of different Final Cut Pro projects, worked through huge PSD files in Photoshop, edited photos in Lightroom, opened tons of tabs in Chrome, sometimes all at the same time, and this thing didn't even bat an eye. This is something that I've never been able to do before, and honestly, I'm getting spoiled by it. The M4 Pro chip I have sports a 12-core CPU, a 16-core GPU, and a 16-core neural engine. Pair that with 48 gigs of unified memory, and it is a real treat to work on. Even under intense stress, this thing is silent. It gets warm, but I've yet to hear the fan kick on or any sort of noise out of it. I'm sure the base M4 Mac Mini is more than good enough for most people, but in my opinion, it is worth going for the upgrades, especially if your work depends on it. Also worth mentioning is the integration of Apple Intelligence here, which actually makes Siri useful. Apple Intelligence helps you write things, summarizes messages, creates images, and much more. It's limited now, but I'm sure it's going to get much better over time. I have to say, sending text messages, jotting down notes, and doing things like that hands-free at your desk has been really nice. At the end of the day, the M4 Pro Mac Mini is my dream desktop computer come to life. It is without a doubt the best computer that I've ever used, and I don't say that lightly. Not only does it complete my new home office and setup perfectly, but it has also been taking the work that I do to a whole new level. If you're a content creator, a developer, or someone looking for serious performance in a small package, it doesn't get much better than this. I cannot wait to truly push this thing to its limits and see how far it can go. I am gonna stress test this little guy. So that's about all that I got, my friends. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It greatly helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to follow at Raymond Strazdas on X, Instagram, and TikTok for so much more. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!